Week 16, going to Atlanta to face the 4-10 Falcons, who we just fucking whooped 2 weeks ago, 50-6. Arch, the chosen one, Manning, threw for a record over 600 yards in that game. Just threw bomb after bomb. Falcons couldn't stop it. They couldn't do shit. They have the worst defense in the league. Their offense ain't nothing special. We shut them down. If we win this game, we clinch the number 1 seed in the NFC. And that I think would be 2 years in a row that we sweep every opponent in the NFC South. Arch is going for that record. I'm going to help him get there. He's got, I don't know, 1,000 more yards to get, I think. He needs to average about 320 yards or 325, something like that, over the next 3 games. If it's clear that he's not going to get it after we clinch the 1 seed, then I'll bench him. We'll play one of the rookies. See how that goes. But right now, we're going for the 1 seed and the passing record in his second year. Okay, we went over the coaching staff with the Falcons just two games ago. We'll just look at the injury report depth chart and go. Drake London's still out. Robinson's still out. Starting right tackle's out. Probably a backup left tackle. And Jameson Williams is out. It's just so weird how they schedule it. 2 weeks apart. Man, I'm thinking, if I'm going to run the same offense, same defense, and we'll see if they play it any better. Nate Frazier's still good. He's in his second year. I guess they didn't really put up a lot. And I don't even remember seeing Kobe Hudson. I need to pay more attention. Roderick Jones. Lindstrom's still a good left guard. Here's the guy we need to exploit, but I don't think we really did last game. Jalen Walker, I think Weaver made more of a splash than Walker did last game. They did pick us off once. Contain quarterback scramble? No. Throw it short? No. (14-0), still going for that undefeated record. That's not the goal. The goal is the Super Bowl, of course. Doing the same thing we did last time. Let's see if he can. Could he break the long-standing 600+ yard passing game?
Against the Falcons. Can Atlanta even the score? Find out next on EA Sports.
First opened in 2017, there's a look at the beautiful state-of-the-art Mercedes-Benz Stadium here in Atlanta, GA. Hello again, everyone. Brandon Gaudin along with Charles Davis. And, Charles, we take a look at this Falcons team as they interplay. Now, they've lost 3 straight here, and it goes without saying, I guess, they could certainly use a win.
And how do they get a win? Because they've lost 3 straight, I think it's paramount that they get a fast, clean start to this game.
On the other side of the field for the visiting Panthers, it's been perfection so far. They come in here unbeaten at 14-0.
And just 2 wins away from doing something only 2 teams have ever done. But the most important thing for them now is to make it to the postseason in one piece.
play for the win.
Season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. And this opening dynamic kickoff not going to be returned. It'll come out to the 30-yard line. So here come the Falcons now to get the football for the first time. And leading them out there, we get a look at their 6'3" quarterback.
And there's a word that constantly gets thrown around with this guy when you talk to anyone in the building. Potential. They are sky high on what they believe he can grow into in the role of a starting quarterback. In addition, there are plenty around the league who think that as well. And years from now, he can still be leading this offense out.
And despite injuries like these, Charles, or these guys missing, they've been able to keep that pursuit of perfection alive so far.
That just shows the depth that they have on the roster and the guys who are serious about being ready when their number is called. Someone goes down, someone jumps in, and they don't skip a beat. I think this team has a bunch of those guys, and some of them will be called on again this week.
So trouble already here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 9. Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. A little eager there coming in from his outside linebacker position.
You think the hard count got him there?
Yes.
Maybe that extra hut, that extra emphasis on it. Got him to jump, and they picked up 5 yards.
So that last penalty making this 3rd down much more manageable. 3rd down, 4 yards to go. A play-action fake. They'll look to throw. It's complete to Williams. And he is going to have a Falcons first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
They'll look to throw now on first down. Got his man, and that's the rookie 4th-round pick. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. It's a gain of 13 and a first down for Atlanta. And they'll send the tight end in motion here. They'll look to throw here on first down. Got a man over the middle. It's Williams. Calling a gain of 6 on the play, and it's 2nd down. On play action, they'll throw. And that's incomplete. You look at this Carolina defense. It's quite a unit, that's for sure. Number 1 in the NFL against the pass.
And the easy thought process is that stopping the run is the least of their problems because they're facing the number 1 passing team in the NFL. But if they don't stop the run as well, then that just opens up the passing game even more. They've got to do both.
And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers 14. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
Oh, there's going to be a little bit of regret there because they certainly had the chance to get off the field here just giving up a field goal attempt. But they couldn't get that stop on 3rd down. Now they have to hunker down because guess what? That drive continues.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Back to throw again. To the back of the end zone, but too high. Over everybody and incomplete.
No sense risking anything there on first down. Even though he's still in the pocket, he had a receiver out to his side, so just put that in a spot where the only people who could make a play on it are the trainers and the coaches. Well done.
And the Falcons are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way.
I was going to change the wide receiver depth chart. I forgot to do that. All right, hopefully XL can get more yards now. And let me check this. Did this ever... Oh, damn it. What am I doing, man? Okay, I need to fix this shit. Yeah. Score in Arrington, then Green. Where'd he go? Where the fuck? Damn it! All right, now we're good.
A terrific opening drive has them knocking on the door, 1st and goal. Again, he'll drop to throw. Dancing to his left. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Cordero Patterson, his 17th touchdown now on the season. And the Falcons are on the board first here this afternoon. You'd have to imagine for a team that's lost 3 straight games, scoring first in this first quarter has to feel pretty good.
It has to feel great for them, and also it's a nice signal to the rest of the team because we talk about complementary football all the time. So they've now signaled to the defense, now signaled to the kicking game, hey, we're here to play in this one. We're going to do our part. Let's see if you guys will do the exact same, and we can break this losing streak.
Atlanta's 11 ready to go, and they kick it away. And not willing to risk a return. This ball's going to come out to the 30-yard line. So here are the Panthers now for their opening drive. And they will be led out by their signal caller in his 2nd year in the NFL now.
And he's certainly putting together an MVP-type season, leading the league in both passing yards and touchdown passes. There have not been too many defenses that have been able to stop him or even slow him down. So he's got his sights set on another big game right here.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. Always unfortunate to see an injury, especially this close to the end of the regular season. We'll step aside. Throwing now is Manning. Got his man. It's Williams. 9 yards the pickup there, and it's a 1st down. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so our offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up.
Now Manning. Looking middle, and that's complete. Only able to gain a couple there. And that'll make it 3rd and 13. Not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first. Manning.
Oh no, here we go again.
That's complete.
Wow.
Touchdown, Carolina. A big play there. 62 yards. And the Panthers respond to that opening drive touchdown with one of their own. Well, Charles, he's still a young signal caller in this league, 2nd year in the NFL. And I don't know if last year as a rookie, if he would have worked through his progressions like he did on that touchdown pass.
I think you're right about that. We're seeing him grow up right in front of our eyes because when he went to his primary read, he recognized that they were all over that. So he continued to survey the field, picked up another target, delivered a pass exactly where it needed to be. A very mature play for the 2nd-year quarterback.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away.
I'm trying to get XL more yards, but Harbor's just the one that
maybe tackled just shy of the 25. Falcons offense making their way onto the field. Let's take a look at the playoff picture coming into the weekend in the NFC. You know, Charles, season winding down, time to maybe look ahead to the offseason. What do you see these guys going after either in the draft or free agency?
Well, with the season that they're having, just about every position is up for grabs right now. No one is really safe, but the focal point's always the quarterback position. And he may be auditioning to try and stay with his own current team. I think he's auditioning for the rest of the league to try and find a spot because I think this team is looking for a new quarterback.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. Finds Roberts left side. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last two plays.
I know this may be jumping the gun a little bit, but 7-7, they're flinging it around like crazy. Look at the drive that's going on here. Partner, we may have to start thinking about one of these defenses just holding someone to a field goal and maybe trying to get an advantage that way.
On first down, Frazier. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. You look at this Carolina defense. It's quite a unit. Number 1 in the NFL against the pass.
And when you're getting ready to face the number 1 overall offense in the NFL, it does not.
Pressure comes in. He's brought down. It's a Panther sack. They push him back 8 yards that time on 2nd down. So a tough situation to overcome here. 3rd and 17. They'll set up a throw. And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there. And now 4th down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. And he didn't quite have the backspin on that one. It hits at the 4 and continues into the end zone. It's a touchback. To throw is Manning. There's a short throw caught by Sanders. They'll wind up getting just a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. Now, these two teams, they met in Charlotte earlier in the year with the Panthers coming out on top. So a win here in Atlanta would give them the season sweep. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. That'll go for a gain of 7. And 3rd and 1 now. To throw, it's Manning. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have a Panthers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. How about the first quarter he's putting together out wide? Pretty impressive.
I think that he likes the fact that we're playing this as a day game. You know, some guys, they respond better in the evenings. For some reason, it builds up. For this guy, day game, and he is off and running. You're exactly right. 100 might be conservative with the start that he's had here in the first quarter.
Yeah, by the numbers, he's on pace for 200-plus right now. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. The numbers for him from a week ago, 16 carries, 71 yards.
Well, we know they've clinched a playoff spot, but there's plenty of football left to play. And I'm a proponent of continuing to do what you've done throughout the season, especially with teams that are heavy run teams. Because if you throttle back too early, you lose the rhythm of the run game, not just with the runner, but with the offensive line as well.
Now a handoff. Taylor with it. And he'll take this one down to about the 40. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Now Manning. That's caught. Puka Nacua. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 22 yards there, a first down.
What a drive. This has been just chewing up the yardage, and here's one of their best plays yet as they finally get down into the red zone and look to finish this off with 6.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Working from the gun, Manning. That is caught at the 7. And the Panthers are going to be set up with a 1st and goal coming up as they get him down at the 6-yard line. Manning now to throw. And he's got it. Touchdown, Panthers. From 6 yards away. And the Panthers have taken the lead. What a great drive that was. A long drive, sustained, well executed.
I love what we're seeing out of him here in year 2, right? This young quarterback continues to evolve and grow. He's really the adage right now that John Wooden, the famous basketball coach, used to say. Be quick, but don't hurry. You can see that everything is happening for him, but he's not taking it at a pace that he can't sustain.
Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 14-7. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30. Atlanta now coming out on the field. The last series for them, a little disappointing, forced to punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive, 1st and 10. A quick throw there, going to be batted away and incomplete.
This is what defensive coaches ask of their defenders every single ball game. Get a hand on every throw in coverage. They want the deflections. They want the knockaways. Pick it yourself if you can, but at least knock it down and guarantee it's incomplete.
They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. Well, this defense for the Panthers, they were very good a week ago in that win over Minnesota.
Yeah, and what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence. That was well played, but that was also an example of a corner who understands his coverage, realized he had support behind him, and could be a little more aggressive in the shorter zone, and did exactly that, knocking that pass away.
This is taken at the 15. A 46-yard punt, 8 yards on the return. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. So now out comes this offense led by their quarterback as they take over once more. And he's putting together a remarkable season. Currently the NFL's leader in passing yards as we play here in the month of December. A carry by Taylor to start the drive. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
Panther football to start quarter number 2. As they are looking at a 2nd down and 6 coming up. Throwing is Manning. Going to be taken in here by Nakua. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down. Now Manning. Pass complete there to Nakua. He'll be dropped shy of the 40 despite powering through the tackle. It'll go as a gain of 4, and that will bring up 2nd down. Manning going to throw. Got a man. That's Liggett. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
And that play came together really well for them as he found open space, makes the catch, and gets down to the 1-yard line. You know he's kicking himself right now. He thought he had a chance to get a touchdown and put that in his ledger. Instead, his team gets a chance to cash in over these next few plays.
A false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Following the penalty, they'll go back to the run game. And great blocking downfield as he's got this almost to the 35-yard line. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 36. On the handoff, Taylor knifes his way forward here, but just 3 yards on the play. 2nd down. They'll come up 2nd and 7. Here's Manning to throw. That's over the middle to his tight end, Sanders.
I mean, it's just me, or if you went to
drive. This is
Puka.
turning out to be that time
Puka
9 yards, and the sticks move again. On play action. Now Manning.
Oh, yeah, better run it.
And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up second down. Looking to throw. Manning. And he will find his man on the outside. And he is out of bounds. Looks like right at the 15. They need 2. Here's third down.
QB drop.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Under pressure,
All right,
and
good
he'll go
defense.
down back at the 26-yard line. It's a loss of 10 on the sack, and it leads to 4th.
But that's what they have to do more of defensively, not just getting sacks, but they have to keep getting in his face, not let him get his feet set and deliver. He's been carving them up previously.
Yeah, already has a couple of touchdown passes. About time they put a few grass stains on that jersey. Now here's the Panthers special teams unit to try a field goal for 3. On the right hash, it's a 43-yard attempt. And this one is right through. And they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. So that one on target, and it adds to this first half lead.
And maybe we're too early to worry too much about 1-score lead, 2-score lead, etc. But this is where you kind of start banking those points that come in helpful later on.
And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. They trail by 10, 17-7 as they come up on a 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He's got it to Williams. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards, and it'll be second down.
And his play caller does a nice job of giving him an easy throw to start this drive, and he takes advantage of it. The completion sets up a manageable second down.
Now a handoff up the middle. It's Frazier, and this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. And this offense on 3rd down today, they've hit 2 for 4 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. On 4th down, Ryan Stonehouse on the punt. And he'll get credit for a punt inside the 20, not by much, but inside the 20 at the 19-yard line. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And if you just look at this game, Charles, on paper, they've got the edge, no doubt. They're hanging around the top of the NFC. On the other side, you got a squad that's
He's going deep!
Of the NFC, but when we
Oh,
to the coaches,
damn it,
they
XL.
have no part of it.
I'm trying,
Okay,
man.
you said when we mentioned it, in fact, I mentioned it, and I upset them a little bit, didn't I? Because they wanted no part of that one, and I was reminded, like a 5-year-old, this is the NFL. Any given Sunday, anything can happen. They are guarding against the upset.
This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line. 2 yards still to go. 3rd down now. One back in the backfield. He'll get the carry. And this is going to be a Panthers 1st down as he's got this past the 35 to about the 37. And hold on here because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. But not what you want to see this late in the season. Medical staff is going to check on him, and we'll step aside for a moment. Shotgun now for Manning. And he's got his big wide receiver complete.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helps to have a guy who can turn it loose. And boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Manning. There's a short throw caught by Sanders. Third catch of this first half for him, and this one is a first down. Back to throw. Manning. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. 2nd and 10. In motion goes the tight end. On 2nd and 10. Manning. And he fires one incomplete. That is the first time that they've targeted him that he has not come down with a catch.
He's caught everything that's been thrown his way. A dominant pass receiver that can break down any defense, because when he's doing that kind of work, it really...
Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. A well-designed corner blitz that gets him for a loss of 8 yards.
You know, on these types of plays, we're always looking to assess blame. Okay, where did it break down? Sometimes it's just a great play.
Here's the Panthers punter now, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. He punted 5 times in the win last week, as this one's away. And they'll go ahead and down this one right on the chalk of the 20-yard line. Now the Falcons offense gets ready to head back onto the field. Now, if you're a fan of punting, and I know that not many people are, but this game kind of turning into one for you.
Well, it's okay if it's a skills contest, right? We're really into it then, but not during the course of an actual game. This has turned into a field position game, though. Sometimes the better punter may actually determine the outcome.
It'll only be a loss of a couple, but the pressure gets home on first down. They'll come up after the sack on a 2nd and 12. Up the middle they go. It's Frazier, and he'll power his way up near the 25. He gets them a little over half of what they needed. Now they're looking at a 3rd and 5. He'll look to throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's going to have a Falcons first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now a handoff up the middle. It's Frazier. And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who can do more than one thing. And I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making a nice play defensively. A little antsy on the left side of the line.
Yeah, I think they got the guy in the end. I think they got the DN there on that one. And let's face it, he is so amped up, wanting to get a good get off on the snap. Jump too quickly.
The ball gets bumped up. It's now 2nd and 4 after the penalty. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Open man, that's Henry. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down. They'll drop to throw. Got a man over the middle. It's Williams. And he's going to have a Falcons first down by about a yard as they find a way to convert there on 3rd down and 5. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
Yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw again. Flushed out right. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for 3rd.
They made a nice effort to stick him with a loss for that play, but it's going to take more than that to keep him from advancing the ball. Should be an entertaining battle anytime he tucks and runs over the second half of this contest.
Big loss here as he's taken down.
Oh, man.
We'll get a pause here. There appears to be a Panther who was shaken up on that last play. Always unfortunate to see an injury, especially this close to the end of the regular season. We'll step aside. Here's Ryan Stonehouse now as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. This is taken at about the 14. A good kick that time, but also a pretty good 15-yard return. And it will be the Panthers' ball, 1st and 10. A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. A good job in the passing game, decent job in the running game, but really they've been more effective through the air. We'll see if that shifts at all as this goes on.
Thus far, it feels like they're calling this game in reverse. Normally you run to set up the pass. Here it feels like they're passing, hoping to set up the run and be more effective later on in the game.
Yeah, you can do it both ways. We usually talk about it in the reverse, however.
No doubt about it.
And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. He had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
That might be the 3rd down stop that they needed because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. It'll be a 47-yard punt with a net of 40 following a 7-yard return. And it will be Falcon football. And the Falcons now are going to go on offense late in this first half. Well, not much time remains here in this first half. We'll see if they can get something out of this drive, at least a field goal. They could certainly use it down by 2 scores. And that one will fall incomplete. Clock here now just under 30 seconds to go in this first half.
Pick it up.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Throwing left sideline there, but it's incomplete.
Tough series for the passing game. Things just aren't clicking. Hoping they can come through on this play and get this series back on track with a completion for enough yardage for a first down.
And that's not going to get it done. He'll come up well short of the first at about the 21. The Panthers going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. So possession goes over here on the punt. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive.
Do I need to say it?
Already enjoying a 2-score lead here late in the 2nd quarter. Not a ton of time left. We'll see if they can work this at least into field goal range and try to get 3 to add on even more to their lead. So we've reached halftime here. Let's throw in a broadcaster cliche, shall we? Both teams looking for a gift on Christmas Eve. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. More from you and Charles in a bit. But first, time for a look around the NFL to see what's going on here in the late window. We'll begin our trip around the NFL with an interesting one right off the bat. And it's the Buccaneers who are out in front. Chris Godwin, a touchdown reception. From there, we head to the Big Easy to check on the Saints at home in the Superdome. And they were victorious in that one over the visiting L.A. Rams. 27-17, the final, a 10-point margin. Finally, let's get over to Inglewood, see what's happening with the Chargers at home at SoFi Stadium. And they have the lead in that one over the visiting Raiders. Justin Herbert has thrown a touchdown pass. This has certainly been a fun one to watch so far. We knew this was going to be a battle, and we have not been disappointed. This is the kind of game that could wind up hinging on which side could play mistake-free football the rest of the way.
And out a little across the 25 to the 27. The Panthers offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. And as we show you some of the highlights from earlier, he has been instrumental in getting his guys the lead as he looks to finish strong and close this one out. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I want to excel. Go
was
long.
too drastic,
Go
I
deep.
think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much.
Oh, my goodness.
There he goes.
Oh, my
outside.
goodness.
Now he's loose down the left sideline. Touchdown, Carolina. Puka Nacua, 73 yards. And the Panthers come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the third quarter. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read,
face
and if
the
you don't
Falcons
have it,
every
you just
week.
take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
Those are the kind of drives they like on offense, from the coordinator to the quarterback, the line, everybody. One play drive and into the end zone for 6.
How do we
Atlanta
get
prepped
XL
and ready
more
for its next possession.
targets?
And they have had their problems moving the ball through the air as we take you through some of the action from earlier. This secondary has played about as well as you can. Many times they've left this quarterback with nowhere to go with the football.
What if we do... Okay, so I had XL right here, and this guy and Nacua were getting the yards. So I'm thinking I'm going to do... Let's do these two. Let's get who else could we get involved here? Let's get Horn Jr. involved. I want to see if we want to re-sign him. Coker's already re-signed. Alright, then what can we do? Let's see. Oh, that's, would that help? I don't know. Let's try it.
The Atlanta
Nacua
offense out
gets a
there
little
for
rest.
their next drive.
He's got, I'm pretty sure he's got
They'll come out
1,000
throwing
yards.
here on first down. He
Four.
finds his man complete. That's
Close
Hudson.
to it.
Here's 2nd and 3. They'll set up to throw. And his throw here's
Man, that running
incomplete.
back.
And there's a good opportunity. Just went awry there. A drop pass. I guess that's why they call them running backs and not catching backs.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Throw left side complete. That's Frazier. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. 12 yards is the pickup. Good for a first down for the Falcons.
And that's the kind of play this offense needs to maybe kick them into gear a little bit. They've been stuck in neutral much of the game. Perhaps that can give them a little bit of confidence that big plays are out there.
Back to throw again. He finds his man complete. It's Hudson. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. Up the middle they go. It's Frazier. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Now flags come flying in. One of the Falcons moved early. The false start hurts him there a bit. Backs him up to 2nd and 9. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. He finds his man complete. It's Hudson. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30.
I think it's time to change the D-line. Okay, let's put in white here. Sorry, Benton. You're just not quick enough, man.
Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. Now a handoff up the middle. Frazier.
Nice.
That'll be tackled about 2 yards shy of the line to gain. A 1-yard pickup leads to 4th down.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
Still just the 3rd quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th. They'll try and run for it. Gets around him. And he's able to get the first here as he's taken down at the 25. Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against?
Defense.
So they got him coming up from his linebacker spot.
And sometimes the position designation really doesn't matter. If you creep up to the line of scrimmage, you just have to look for the football. Make sure it moves before you do.
They will come up on a 1st and 5 following the encroachment penalty. Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete.
The coverage keyed in on him since our last completion his way. He earned a little more attention on that route, and that made it a lot tougher to get a clean throw his way.
2nd and 5. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down. They're going to look to throw. Able to hook up with Williams here on the out route. And he will be very close to a 1st down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. They'll try and run for it. And he's got the 1st down as he gets it to the 8. They're able to keep the drive alive, 7 yards that time, and the decision to go for it proves to be a good one. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Down at the 2. Broke through first contact, but ultimately stopped shy of the goal line. And now we'll get a stoppage here. There appears to be an injured Falcon on the field. But not what you want to see this late in the season. Medical staff is going to check on him, and we'll step aside for a moment. They'll try to run this one in. And he gets in. Touchdown, Atlanta. A great play there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Falcons are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. Now the try here for the extra point. It's up and good, so they claw back into it. 24-14 now. That one was an extended drive. 14 plays all told. And it's culminated by a 2-yard touchdown run. Atlanta's 11 ready to go, and they kick it away. And they will wrangle it down a couple yards shy of the 30. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive.
Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
And this is going to be a Panthers first down as he's got this up to the 40-yard line.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
Manning. Looking left sideline, it's complete. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Now Manning.
There he is. There he is.
And he'll take this into the end zone.
That's the play we
Touchdown,
want.
Carolina. Xavier Legette, 33 yards. And his guys now an extra point away from taking a 3-score lead.
Well, partner, he has carried them in this ball game, throwing the football. All 4 touchdowns through the air.
I want to see what play
and
that
that's
is.
really helped them get this nice lead.
And I know it's a team game, but right now, he is truly the focal point. Every touchdown his team has so far has been the result of his arm. How about him throwing it downfield, creating big plays? I don't know how you slow him down unless you can make him uncomfortable in the pocket.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Atlanta regains possession of the football. A strong showing their last time out. They scored the touchdown, but Charles, they look up and they're still down double digits, so you feel like just to keep pace, this drive probably needs to end in the end zone as well.
Yeah, and I think the best move for them is to not worry about how far they are down on the scoreboard, but to just remember the last drive and how it ended. Go ahead and try and repeat that. Then you can look at the scoreboard and see where this game is. They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender, couldn't create space, couldn't uncover at the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. And he's going to have a Falcons first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Fighting to stay upright, but in the end, the pressure too great, and he goes down. It'll be a loss of 10, and it'll bring up second. Now back to throw. Under pressure, and they got to him again.
Keon White got in there for the sack. And it has been a rough afternoon for him trying to get rid of the football. See, that's now 5 sacks.
How'd you like to be the offensive coordinator, the offensive line coach trying to come up with an answer for this pass rush?
Look, I'm trying to double team
Blocking
score.
assignments do you change? Can guys play a little bit better? And we're seeing the end result on the scoreboard. Long day in the pocket for their quarterback.
Only able to get back a yard for his efforts, and that leads us to 4th down.
And partner, I would guess that in his headset he was hearing from his coach, it's 3rd down, don't take a sack. And in this case, he's able to avoid the pressure and get out of there. He doesn't get the first down, but he does turn a possible loss into positive yardage.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. That's pulled in at 32.
Well, following the punt return here, there is someone shaken up. Well, always unfortunate to see an injury, especially this close to the end of the regular season. We'll step aside.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at their 38.
Going to Horn again.
To throw, it's Manning.
No, they're not. They're going
deep
who?
for Brown.
Who is it? Who is it?
And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down.
Brown's a speedster now. He just has stone
Manning
hands.
now to throw.
There's a short throw caught by Sanders. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
And there wasn't much room for the big tight end to do much after the catch. But at least he was able to pick up a solid gain to help his offense continue to move in the right direction.
He's going to loft one deep left side.
Who is it?
here.
It's Harbor again. Oh, you.
And this is incomplete.
Bro.
Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good
He's
line
done.
on that. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in.
Fucked up.
Here's the Panthers punter now as he's on to kick it away. And they will get to this one and down it at the 13-yard line. And here now come the Falcons.
Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time
know
out,
what?
they had to punt it away. This time, hoping to finish this thing off in the
Yeah,
end
I
zone.
think I'm going to bench him.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. He completes it to Henry. And brought down, but not before reaching the 25.
That's at least 2 drops today.
Right off the bat, it's a first down.
I can even go look at the stats real quick. 2 drops. That doesn't fly with Panther football. But he's got 114 fucking yards. Damn it, XL, we need you to get more, man. Alright, well here's the thing, Harper. You know, what I do to one, I need to do to all. So I need to decide between these two, like who I want to go and keep going into next year. If I want to keep both, but Horn's up for his contract's coming up. So I need to decide whether or not I want to use one of my many draft picks on and I like Jimmy Horn Jr., man, so I'm thinking I want to re-sign him. But and he's given me really no reason not to. He just hasn't had a lot of opportunities.
On play action, they'll throw. And that is incomplete. Now the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down. He'll look to throw. And it's still incomplete. Now the defender all over that time, but it's going to lead to third down.
QB's
right where this set of downs started. They need a 4-10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. Again, he'll drop to throw. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short.
That was a good effort there, trying to do it on his own, but as a defender, you're in a tough spot because you have coverage responsibilities behind you, and if you take off too quick to try and get him down, he might loft it over your head.
So better to track with your man defensively than try to go up and make a stop on the quarterback.
Exactly right. What you're hoping is that your guys in the front 7 can get him down.
A good kick, 48 yards, 4 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Now the offense for the Panthers here, getting the football back. And as we look back at how we got here, you'll notice a common theme in these highlights. A lot of yardage through the air. The passing game has been sharp right from the outset. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you're content to play the field position
He's going
game.
deep. He's fast.
To an extent, especially if you like your defense.
Oh, wait, he's still fast. He's fast.
He's
fast. He's gone.
Down the left sideline. And he will take it across for a Panthers
This fucking D sucks.
A great effort
come on,
there.
that's cheesy right there.
An 80-yard touchdown. And the Panthers get another third-quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. His great season throwing the ball continues. That last touchdown pass, number 40 for him on the year. The extra point splits the uprights, and the lead is now 24. Those are the ones the offensive coordinators dream about. One-play drives from that distance. What an effort. It results in the touchdown. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. Here are the Falcons as their offense heads back onto the field. They trail here by 24 points. Got to get going soon, you'd have to think, as they come up 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And he fends him off.
Ouch.
But now he's swallowed up and taken down. Multiple defenders get to him there, and that is the 6th time he's been sacked in this ball game.
Well, someone's closing in on the league lead in sacks. He came into the game in the top 5. Now you add 2 more to his total.
Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. They'll set up a throw. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Williams. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to third down.
Well, it certainly feels like there are more stars at the tight end position than there were even 10 years ago. And I think it's become more of a glamour position because of the ways it can hurt a defense, and guys want to be involved. They can be in line close to
the Panther rush too strong. They get there and take him down. Multiple rushers break through to drop him for the 7th time this game.
I think we've seen this before.
What kind of matrix shit
Someone's
is that?
down 3 scores. That situation there, it's just going to add to their growing frustrations, don't you think?
Yeah, a bad number 3 right now. 3-score game, third quarter, 3 and out, not what they wanted. And you can tell on the sideline, those faces are getting a little bit longer as this one goes. Here's Ryan Stonehouse now
him too.
as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And taken right at the 35. It's a 49-yard punt, but subtract 9 there for the return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
He's killing it.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the third quarter. Your 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL
If it's man, it has a way better shot. That was
take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
Here's Manning to throw. He completes it to Evans. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Atlanta. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. On third down, here's Taylor. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks.
First down, Panthers.
Back to Taylor on first down. And he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43. 2nd and 9. Now Manning. Evans has it left side. Just a gain of a couple there. 3rd and 7 now. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. On third down, they're going to run for it here. On a nice burst there as he'll take this inside the 30
no
to
reason
the
to get that
28-yard
first
line.
down.
63 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
Brandon, this can be so demoralizing for a defense. They've had 2 opportunities to get off the field. They haven't gotten it done. So now your coordinator, he's going to call every blitz that he has, any type of exotic, something that they haven't seen before. And he's also telling the defensive lineman, don't worry about holding people up. Just get in gaps and try and make a big play.
And not only not getting off the field on 2 opportunities, clock continuing to run. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
14 yards, good for a Panther first down.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with, and throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to, and it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
Yeah, this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. From the 3, 2nd and a yard. Here's Taylor. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. It's a 3-yard pickup, and that sets up a 1st and goal. On play action, it's Manning. Toward the pylon, but it's incomplete. Their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will...
And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. A great play there. His 11th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Panthers start to open this lead even wider here in the fourth.
Sometimes offenses can get too cute down near the goal line, but there's nothing fancy about this one. As Coach Lombardi would say, we get a seal here, and we get a seal here, and we run this play in the alley. And that's good work to hit the hole hard and finish in the end zone.
The Carolina kick team is out there ready to go, and they kick this one away. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. But not what you want to see this late in the season. Medical staff is going to check on him, and we'll step aside for a moment. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And you see a lot of frustrated faces as they are inching closer to a fourth straight loss. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29. Back to throw here. And his throw is incomplete.
Well, he's smart enough to avoid the taunting rule, but I'll guarantee he quietly has told them, you might want to stop coming after me downfield because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed with.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Falcons first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. And with this game well in hand, perhaps we are seeing the coverage lighten up a little bit as they got burned there a bit for a first down.
Well, we certainly know the coach isn't happy along the sideline because he certainly wants them to finish this one out the way they started it. He doesn't want to give up any soft completions, no late points. He wants his lead to stay right where it is.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Yeah, we need a pick.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw.
Come on,
Quick
Bear.
throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
2 hands.
I think this is what this game's become now. Just go deep, see if we can get something to go our way.
Yeah, not the most creative or most inventive play call there, but not much has worked for them throughout this game. They're almost at a loss about what to dial up.
And to the 49-yard line, but no further, and obviously he is well short of the first. 3 yards, all they could muster there, and it'll bring up 4th down. Here's Ryan Stonehouse now as he's on to punt for Atlanta. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And this is going to be ruled out, I think, just inside the 20. Yes, it will. Side judge calls it at the 19-yard line. The Panthers offense and their running back getting ready to go back to work. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And they just continue to roll right along, really. This has the looks of yet another victory as they hope to polish it off here in quarter number 4. And this is going to be a Panthers first down as he gets this up past the 30. Another example of this offense really having their way, Charles, and another big chunk play there on the ground.
And when you look at the defense, they've got to do a much better job of wrapping up when they tackle. A lot of great opportunities continue to slip through their fingers, as do the runners.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Throwing now is Manning. Got a man, it's Brown. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
If that guy can
He had the touchdown
start
earlier.
catching balls
this one's
now.
going to get him a first down.
Partner, I have to tell you, just one word keeps coming to
gonna be
mind from
dangerous.
watching them this afternoon, and that's impressive. They have been impressive
just
from
never
the
played
opening
him.
kickoff, and they haven't let up here even into the fourth quarter.
XL turned it around. We drafted Nick Harbor. We got Puka. So there's really no need to play him.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Who's this? Number 2 again.
Now Manning.
Good.
He'll
Oh, shit.
take
Who
a
they go?
shot for the
Please,
end zone.
XL. Oh, my God. Horn
He's
got it.
for a Panther
Holy
touchdown.
fuck, man.
A big play
Oh, my
there.
God.
55 yards. And
This
the Panthers
defense is
continue to
horrible.
run up the score. They lead it big here in the 4th. So add another one into the touchdown column. What a game. That is now 6 touchdown passes for him so far in this one.
Oh, my goodness.
Point after here coming up. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And the end result, a Panthers touchdown. The Carolina kick team is out there ready to go, and they kick this one away.
Yeah, I think I need to resign Horn Jr.
He
But you know
takes
what?
this near the 25, just a little
That
pass
could
there,
mean we
call it
trade
the
Puka.
26. And as this offense makes their way back
Because if
out,
we've got good,
NFC
solid
playoff
receivers
race
now.
time, we give you a look at what's going on there.
Why don't we
Facing a
go
big
with the
fourth-quarter
guys just a
deficit
little
here,
bit
things
more
not looking good. You
explosive?
know, this offense, though, they've been in the top half of the NFL
Brown is
so far this
explosive,
season,
Horn
but in
Jr.
this
is more
one,
explosive.
their defense has really struggled.
Puka's just
Once
more
again,
like
they'll come up on the
he's
26-yard
like
line,
barely.
2nd and
I
10.
don't know. I mean, he's good. He's just not as explosive.
Looking to throw. The throw here right sideline.
We got
falls
Isaiah
incomplete.
Bond there too, man.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done
That
some
kid
good
looks
work. They
fucking
force
good in the
incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage?
All right,
There's the pick.
It's going to be intercepted. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line. CD, this defense, man, at this rate, they're just having fun out there right now.
And normally with this type of a lead, if you're a starter on defense, you're saying, hey, let the other guys play. But with this going on, no one wants to come out of the game. They all want their shot at picking off a pass.
The Carolina offense about ready to go.
Hey man,
And
I
after
don't
the
care. Run up the
interception,
fucking
they are
score.
sitting in an even better spot
Get
with
Excel
the
some
ball
yards.
in a comfortable 4th-quarter lead. 1st and 10, Taylor now.
Hey, that's what happens when you don't pass it.
Absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. Again, it's Taylor. He winds up getting only a couple there, down to the 29.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
To throw is Manning. And that is incomplete.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent, and that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle, and that will extend their lead even further. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense, the firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. After the incomplete pass here now is 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw here. To the right side,
man.
intercepted. Picked off by J.C. Horn.
This is disturbing.
Will bring this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Panther touchdown. Well, this one was already ugly, and now it's just kind of becoming a feast on the defensive side of the football.
Yeah, partner, this is a
coach
unit
fired.
that knows they've got this game in the bag with this huge lead.
Are
And
we
it's going
the
to
new
drive their
Reaper?
coaches crazy because they're telling them play it straight, do all the right things. But these guys are going to be freewheeling now. All of them are going to take chances, and that one pays off with an INT and a return for 6.
Extra point right down the middle. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead.
Did we just seal the fate for that? Their
So they throw the
quarterback
pick
too?
6. They'll get another shot at it now.
Are they going
as
to get
this
a
one's
top
in the
pick and
air.
actually take that Faison Brandon kid?
And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. The Falcons offense and their quarterback headed out for this next possession. And it's been a struggle for him all afternoon. This defense has really done a nice job of making him earn everything he gets. And it's
Cut him,
prevented
bro.
him from
Let him
getting
sign
into any kind
to back
of
up
rhythm here
Mahomes.
today. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side.
He can
of
go
this
carry
one.
Mahomes'
Options galore
equipment
here,
in
second
practice.
and a few inches.
You go take his notes for him.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Pressure comes in. He's brought down. It's a Panther sack. It'll be a loss of only a couple on the sack, but now it'll bring up 3rd down. The Panthers turn to their nickel set here as they get ready for 3rd down. They'll look to throw. Flush to his right. And they needed 2. They could only get 1. 4th down.
Well, it certainly appears to me that the defensive guys are starting to look a little bit tired while he still has some fresh legs. Not the biggest gain we've seen on a scramble, but still some positive yardage on a play that initially looked like a sure win for the defense.
Here's Ryan Stonehouse now as he's on to punt for Atlanta. And a fair catch called for and made at the 12-yard line. The visitors' offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. And this defense might be about ready to wave the white flag. Nothing they have tried to throw at him has been that successful. He just processes things so quickly and makes a right read seemingly every time. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 11, he goes down. That'll wind up as a loss on the play, so now they're staring at a 3rd down and 12. We'll see what they have drawn up here, a little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a 1st down. From the gun, it's Taylor. And he is going to lose yardage here. Well, fans usually love to see scoring, and there was no shortage of it today. What a dominant showing from an offense that was truly playing at an elite level in this contest.
Partner, this game was over a long time ago, and you noticed they did not want to slow down anything. Absolutely a dream scenario for everyone on that offense, and they took advantage of every second. Guaranteed popcorn for everyone in their film session.
Damn.
So for the Panthers, they are now 2 wins away from a perfect regular season as they run their mark to 15-0 on the year. And they'll get another road date next week. Meanwhile, for Atlanta, it's another loss as they now fall to 4-11. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.
Almost 600 yards to their 223. We rushed for 109 to their 65. 489 yards passing to 158. Damn. Can you get a better QB? Like, what's... I'm going to Google that. Hey, Google. What's the best QB rating a quarterback can get? $158.3. The perfect passer rating. All right. Oh man, that's just insane. Insane. Only got 29 yards rushing. Damn. It's like they didn't even bother stopping the pass. All right, XL. Only 59 yards. Brown got more than that. Holy shit. Seven pancakes. Okay, that guy had a rough day. I'm going to take a look at the stats, see where they stand. Do the calculations on the how many passing yards he needs to break it. Highlights anyway? Highlights. "62-yard touchdown." Oh, this is just a straight up fucking... No motion or anything. Number 24. See, that's the problem, man. They just keep running these... Yeah, see, this is man. Man zone. Number 24 again. Damn, you're garbage, bro. This is the one I want to see what the play is. Because if he's in Puka's spot... Oh, fuck. But see, that's where I just don't know. I can sit here and they're just not going to call it. Okay, so... Damn. It's fucking deadly. Oh, shit. See, this is designed to go to fucking 2. But it was Jimmy Horn Jr. who just said, I'm going. Damn. How long was that fucking throw? Alright. So that's 62 yards plus whatever. Okay, about 67 yards. Maybe 70. Damn. So wait, does that mean we clinch? I think that means we clinch the 1 seed. Yeah. Clinched home field advantage. They got to come through Carolina. Who's going to be the victims? All right. Advance week. Uh-oh. Guess who we get to see now? Bryce Young and T-Mac. This is going to be fun. I swear to God, if T-Mac fucking goes off. All right, Scourton's tied for first in sacks. All right. Okay, I think it could still happen. We've got 2 receivers that have 1,000 yards. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to sit them. And then I'm going to play Leggett in Puka's spot. And then I'm just going to hope that Jatavian Sanders gets 155 yards in the next 2 games. You know, same with Leggett, but hey, if we come away with 3,000-yard receivers, that's pretty good. Oh, man, that's going to be tough. Man, our 2 tackles. I guess, you know. All right, sacks. Prince, okay, yeah. Scourton didn't really do much when Princely was out injured. But, yeah, Princely's not going to have a chance to catch up, I don't think. There we go. Okay. 50-26. Oops. So he needs 452 yards. That's 226 yards a game. If for whatever weird reason he goes off like he did just this game and he breaks the record in this next game, then he's definitely sitting the last game. There's no need to play him at all. I just want him to get that record. Or I'll take him out as soon as he breaks the record. How about that? Even if it's the last game. But at this stage, he's, you know, knock on wood, short of an injury, he's going to get that record. Or just some really bad games. All right, so we're on the record books for in a game. 2 on the rookie season, none on the rookie game, and pretty soon we'll be on this page as well. Hopefully in time we can be here. All right, First, let me fix. Oh, this isn't the depth chart. It can happen. We just need Sanders and the get to get there. Weekly awards. Of course, Arch Manning with his 570 yards passing. Dude, he's thrown for over 1,100 yards against one team. Oh, speaking of, let's see. All right, okay, we are down to, oh shit. Broncos. Pick 6 and 7 now. How things can change in like a week or two. Well, hey, is what it is. All right, let's see. Playoff picture. That one seed's ours. It's done. It's over with. Okay, so we got. Let's take a look at the. First, I want to see the injury report for the Rams. Okay, Verse is out. That helps us. Buckley's out. Okay, so T-Mac and Bryce should be playing. Let's take a look at their depth chart. Bryce is there, backed up by a rookie, CJ Carr. Oh, that guy's tough. That's a big fucking fullback. McMillan's okay. Let's see if he can. If all of a sudden he looks good, dude, I don't. I'm just not. Anyway, I'll just shut up. I'll just stop. They have a pretty good offense, mid defense. Okay, so is there any competition to get to the playoffs? So the 7th seed right now is Seattle at 7 and 8. Okay. They could be out. The Cardinals could be out. Well, I guess anyone that doesn't have a letter by their name could be out. Even the Rams? Okay, then. All right, so we know. Well, shit, I don't know. There's 2 games left. Okay, so I guess there's a lot to cover. All right. You know what surprised me? That no one signed this guy, Trevor Gooseby, or this guy. Why would as many offensive linemen that we see like under 60s? Why would you not? Why would nobody try to steal this guy? Does he have off the field issues? All year, nobody signed him. Huh. Okay. Oh man. All right, that's gonna cover it. Till next time, we play the Rams in California. They're fighting for the division title, and they're going to want to. And we have their second round pick actually for the T-Mac trade. We've been closely intertwined with them for years with rumored trades for Brian Burns, the pick that got us T-Mac, and then we wanted Puka. They wanted Bryce. We said sure thing, but to get a fucking franchise quarterback, you're gonna have to give us your first round pick. And you want Braden Fisk. They said, well, no. For that, we're going to want your first round pick and second round pick and Tershawn Wharton. I mean, we said, okay, okay. And it's worked out for us. And then the next year came, and we almost struck a deal with the Broncos for Jahdae Barron. And we said, okay, what if we don't want to give you T-Mac? What draft compensation do you want? Oh, we'll take a third round pick for him. Okay. We took the third round pick. And then we called the Rams and we said, hey, T-Mac, Broncos want T-Mac. What would you pay for him? A second round pick. And that's the genius that is the GM. All right. That'll cover it. Till next time.